from chapter 8. And let me go back there in chapter 8 so that I may tie all of this together. As I said, my topic is desperation brings result. And the question that follows that is, how desperate are you? And we have seen from the stories that have been read, some desperate people, and we saw the actions that they took. But we sometimes miss the gravity of the actions that they take. So I will try my best as we go in the text to flesh that out. As we read in chapter 8, began, the Gospel of Matthew is predominantly written to a Jewish audience. And Matthew structured for us a series of Jesus' teaching, and he strings them together, and then he does a series of Jesus' miracle, and then he does another series of teaching, and then he does another series of miracles. So that's how Matthew does his gospel. And as Luke tells us that the gospel is written so that we may come to faith in Jesus Christ, and that our faith may be strengthened. And as a result of that, without faith, our walk will not be possible. But one of the things that is evident in human experience is that trials tend to expose or declare, for a milder term, our true character. Trials tend to show us what we are made of, because sometimes, you see, Peter, on the night that Jesus was tried, and in the evening he said, Lord, I want to go everywhere that you go. Lord, I will follow you everywhere that you go. And Jesus tell him, no. You are saying that, but it's because everything has been going well so far why you are saying that. And that's why you have this confidence. But I am telling you, Peter, that before the cock crow 3 times, you will deny me. Because you will be in a situation that will try you. And on the basis of that trial, your true self will come forth. It is not what you say now when you're in my presence and everything is going good. That is your true self. Trials have a way to expose us. But faith, mingled with determination, sprinkled with a little desperation, is able to get us through any trials, and is able to get us results that would not have been possible. You see, Andre Crouch, the late great Andre Crouch, in his song Through It All, I have learned to trust in Jesus. I have learned to trust in God. Through it all, I have learned to depend upon God's word. He said, I have been to many places. I have seen a lot of faces, but sometimes I feel so all alone. So if I never have a problem, I would not know. Remember, he was walking with God, but he said, I would not know that God could solve them. And it's in my problem. I know who God is. And that song is coming from a true place of trials. You got that song when he was really sick and almost died. So that song is a true testimony. When things is going good, it's easy to serve God. When everything is going well, it's easy to do what God asks you to do.
Yes, sir.
But I tell us tonight, I remember when I just started out in this walk, and every time I go to church and I see something marvelous happen, the power of God, I take note of it and I keep it in my head, because I tell myself, That those moments where I saw the power of God, they will be my testimony, and they will be there to encourage me when my trial comes. And last night, God has showed up for us in a mighty way and helping Pastor Jackson. And I am hoping that we are taking note of it and understand that all things are possible to those that believe. I remember I was at fasting and a sister come in there and can't speak because she's in so much pain. It was only a few of us at fasting, and when we lay on her and pray, before we done, she could speak, she could laugh, she could testify. I remember another day I was in church with my head killing me. I can't laugh, I can't talk. And I remember we were about to leave and go home. And my sister and my brother said to me, ask Sir Peter to pray for you. And they prayed for me. And I walked out of church. And by the time I got to the front of the church, I was laughing. I don't even remember that I have a headache. It was my brother that reminded me that your head is not hurting you anymore. God is real.
Yes, sir. That's right.
And it's only faith. It's only faith that will give us access to the power of God. But as the text starts here in Luke chapter 8, he said, when he was come down from the mountain, a great multitude follow him. Chapter 8 of Luke. But behold, in the midst of the great multitude following him, behold, there came a leper and worshipped him, and saying, Lord, if thou wilt, thou canst make me whole.
Yes.
And Jesus put forth his hand and touched him, saying, I will, be thou clean. And immediately the leper was cleansed. Too much of us are coming to church and paying attention to the crowd. We are not paying attention to what God has for us. Even though there was a crowd, the leper knew what he was about. The leper knew what he wanted. In spite of the noise, in spite of the tumult, he stick to the prize. He was focused. He said, Lord, if thou wilt, I don't care what's going on here. Everybody is doing their thing, but I am going to worship and I am going to make my request in spite of the crowd. Too many of us are distracted. Too many of us are paying attention to the crowd. Too many of us are operating off the wisdom of the crowd. The leper knew what he wanted and he reached out for it because he was desperate, and desperation brings result coupled with faith.
Praise God. God, we thank you for your word.
Too much distraction. Too much distraction. We are not paying attention on what we need. We are following the crowd. And everything the crowd does, that's what we are doing. We are not following the crowd. We are following the crowd, I should say. And we are not paying attention. You see, the leper understood that God is all knowing. And it doesn't matter how much noise is around. God is able to answer you with your individual need. God is able to answer you with your individual circumstances. If you understand and keep your focus and don't follow the crowd.
Amen.
Jesus healed the leper here. I said, because of your faith, because of your faith, understand this. If you can't believe in certain circumstances, the church can't believe for you.
Yes, sir. No. Yeah, hallelujah.
Last night we could have believed for Pastor Jackson And many times we pray for people, but sometimes, and most time, it's according to your faith. Be it done unto you. And when Jesus entered into Capernaum, and there came unto him a centurion, beseeching him, saying, Lord, my servant lieth at home crippled. Hey, the man's servant probably have met into an accident because he couldn't hire a crippled servant. I don't think he would have done that. But he was so concerned. He reached out to the Lord and said, please, I am asking you, heal my servant for me. And Jesus said to him, all right, let me come with you. He said, Lord, no. I understand some things about how things work in the world. I am a man of authority, and when I say go, my servants go. And when I say come, they come. All I have to do is speak the word. I don't have to be there. All I have to do is give the message. So Jesus, you don't have to come with me. All you have to do is just say it. And the songwriter says, speak over yourself. Encourage yourself. Sometimes you have some situation, and except you speak over yourself, they will not change. The word is powerful, but we are playing around as if we have nothing. As the people observed, they said, they marveled and said, what is this? What power God has given unto men? But we are sitting inside the church, allowing Satan to abuse us, allowing situations to abuse us, because we are not desperate. As the psalmist says, as the